A note, perhaps a very short one, let me see if I set a record, on a short play, Timeless. Timeless is in a series, maybe this is the beginning of a new thing for me here in my notes. It's the first play for television that I see, not in general. I have already posted quite a few notes on plays, theatre for the Romanian national television. Conul Leonida, Romeo and Juliet more recently, and what else? My name escapes me. Anyway, this is for HBO. So HBO, with all those films, has managed to add to the list, and that's good, plays. I knew they had that, I mean, I could see in the program, but it's just yesterday, it's only yesterday that I managed to be there when the play was on. But I hope I will be able to do it again, so to say. Not that this is Romeo and Juliet, or A Streetcar Named Desire. De ce faci pe acolo? Pleacă de acolo. No, it's not so wonderful. He's stealing things and then making a mess everywhere. So, sorry for that. We have an interesting vision on time, timeless from the title, because what happens basically is this, with flashbacks, so I may be unable to give you a straight account. We're going from A and arrive at B, it's T1 going to T2 in a straight sequence. Sometime during the war, exact dates are given in the film, but I just don't remember them. A pilot, young pilot, flies near Iceland on a plane, military aircraft, in charge with others, of course, many others, with trying to protect the Allied ships as they navigate on the ocean. And of course, once in a while they come under attack from the Germans, Nazis at that time. And this young man dies. His plane is caught somehow in a strange weather phenomena. I again don't have the exact count. Something to do with the cold weather, definitely. Sucking the plane, transforming something, everything into ice, and then throwing it back into the ocean. Or here I'm just making this up. Nevertheless, what happens is this: the plane and the pilot are missing for many years. Let's say 60 or more, trapped in ice, but then suddenly, a long time after the incident in the World War, they find the plane and the body. The body is of a corpse, is that of a young man, and hence an issue of timeless, of his age and how time can be perceived. I'm thinking of this line. There's a woman from the army, a representative, talking to the relatives of the deceased and uh, asking, but how old is he? Or was he? Because we're basically talking of a man who should be, I don't know, 80 or so, 70 something. But then there's the body of a man of 20 or so. And there's a grandmother. The grandmother has flashbacks, remembers the time she was with this brave pilot, a honeymoon, and they were near the sea. And I remember also the scene where he looks outside and sees the infinite blue of the ocean and says something like, "This is eternal." A dinosaur looking out from this point, he would see the same thing millions of years ago. Indeed. So again, the question of timeless. And there's also the granddaughter, not just granddaughter. And another moment that is interesting is when this young girl, interesting actress, is talking to the older woman, and she says something like, "Oh, what was he like, or what was he thinking, or what must have been going through his mind," along these lines. And the great grandmother says, "Well, I don't know, you tell me. You are his age, about his age." And it is also a bit, I don't know if weird, but I would definitely say uncomfortable when this old person is looking at her lover, the companion, the second half. But it's just that there's such a huge difference. She's really old and he's well preserved in eyes, and so young. And it's all relative. We know from Einstein, for one thing, and I'll add Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, time is so different. And I also remember my teacher of literature who used to say, when you're waiting for the bus to come, it doesn't. And that happened in the communist regime, by the way. It seems like eternity, even if it's 15 minutes. Let's say communist days, half an hour or more. But still, it feels like, if not eternity, days on end. And when you're with a loved one, hours pass like moments, minutes. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi talks about flow. When one is in flow, the surgeon comes out of a difficult brain operation and says, "I'm hungry, let's have lunch." But they tell him, no, it's dinner time already. He spent time there in the operating room, long time, but maybe 4 or 5 hours, when he was actually in for 8 hours or more. And the reverse is true. A ballerina or a performer has just 30 seconds on stage to do a difficult dance movement. But to her, him, the artist, it feels like this has been 4 hours.